Hi, welcome to Comps and Coffee. So Frank, tell me about leasing activity. I feel like I read conflicting reports on leasing demand. What are you seeing? What are the facts?
Hey Sheena. Well, the facts are we had north of 9 million square feet of leasing activity in Manhattan during the third quarter. This was actually one of the strongest periods of demand we've seen in nearly 3 years. Flight to quality was a big part of the equation. You had significant leases from KPMG and DE Shaw at Manhattan West, Franklin Templeton down at 1 Madison Avenue, Freshfields down at the Trade Center. All these deals and more helped propel demand to levels we haven't seen in several years.
So flight to quality, you mentioned, that's still continuing to be a trend. I mean, certainly some of the clients that we're working with, they are prioritizing new construction, renovated product. What are you seeing?
Yes, absolutely. Flight to quality is something that we saw not just in the third quarter, but really over the last several quarters and over the last several years. Consistently, quarter over quarter, we see higher availability rates in the pre-war and post-war buildings, post-war up to 1980, compared to the post-2000 buildings.
And what about Midtown? I mean, several of the transactions you mentioned were relocations out of Midtown.
100%. And those blocks of space will have to enter the availability rate over the next several quarters. But migrations out of the Midtown market, that's nothing new. You and I both remember Condé Nast, and that really began the borderless market trend. Midtown did, despite these relocations out of the market, hold its own during the quarter. You had large leases from Viking Global at 660 Fifth Avenue. You had Blue Owl at 375 Park Avenue, while Melvin and Myers on Avenue of the Americas. Midtown's availability rate actually dropped 1.1 percentage points during the quarter. That might not sound like a lot, but that is actually the sharpest single drop in Midtown in a single quarter on record.
Wow. And what about downtown?
I was afraid you were going to ask about downtown. Well, downtown, not just on the other end of the island, but really on the other end of the spectrum. Despite increased leasing activity during the quarter, from Freshfields to the Trade Center, New York City Housing Development Corporation at 120 Broadway, supply outpaced demand. Availability increased yet again to 20.2%. That is a that is a new record high in the lower Manhattan market. Even pockets of downtown have availability rates north of 25%, the financial district in particular. That is the highest in Manhattan, fueled by the canyons of Wall Street and those older buildings in that area.
Well, it's interesting times. We'll see what the rest of the year has in store for us. Thank you.